So way back in episode 1, I got to talk about the excellent, if punishing, Tower of Druaga, which I'm definitely aware is probably not something, not everyone's cup of tea. This game, however, I think is much easier to recommend seeking out. It's really quite fun, but assuming that the musical loop doesn't get stuck in your head forever. I do have to credit Game Center CX for bringing this title to my attention, as I didn't even know it existed until I saw that episode. Tower of Druaga was the first title in a series that Namco came to call the Babylonian Castle Saga. The second game was an arcade title called The Return of Ishtar, which might be the most obscure in the series since it required two-player co-op in order to play it, and it was only ported to home computers in Japan. In the 16-bit era, there was something called the Blue Crystal Rod for the Super Famicom. I looked into this a little bit, but I found it somewhat kind of boring. It's a first-person RPG adventure kind of game. Just too much Japanese to really get through it, although I like the art a bit. But much later came Nightmare of Druaga, which took it and turned it into like the mystery dungeon style of roguelike, which is certainly appropriate, but didn't do well. I think it's basically the last game in the saga, pretty much. Now, the Quest of Key, coming out in 1988, is referred to Namco as Episode 0. And while I certainly wouldn't confirm it as fact, it's certainly, as far as I know, like the first video game prequel. Up to that point, we were just getting used to the idea of sequels. This isn't the only reason this game stands out, though, because where the original Tower of Druaga was a top-down sort of proto-action RPG, this game is sort of a side-view action platformer. And this is where things get a little weird, because from what I understand, the initial development of this game wasn't specifically tied to the Druaga series, and in fact, the main point of inspiration for its mechanics was the Atari vector arcade game Major Havoc. The original code name title for Quest of Key apparently was Minor Havoc. So this kind of makes Quest of Key kind of singular, as can't think of any other game that was so specifically influenced by Major Havoc. I think probably the easiest way to explain what I mean by all that is actually pick up and play it. So let's do that now. All right, here we are. Quest of Key, the sequel, or rather the prequel to Tower of Druaga, 1988. So I'm just going to let the opening cutscenes play out, because obviously by 1988 we're into the age of cutscenes here. And the same preamble to the original game there. I like the art in this game quite a bit. Even if you can't read the story, I kind of like the little opening prologue they have. Especially since the art style they use very much matches the original promotional artwork that was for the original game in the arcades. And Famicom, obviously. So I guess I will let this play out because I kind of like it, and it's nice to have it preserved on the internet anyway in some form, even though I'm sure it already is. I'm not kidding myself about that. There's the Tower of Babel in the hole. I mean, we know the story already anyway, because being a prequel, we know what happens, right? The demon takes the silver rod, whatever that thing pertains to, from the goddess Ishtar. So the goddess Ishtar sends her priestess Key to go retrieve it. And then she gets captured and turned to stone or something, and then that's when she sends Gilgamesh to go kill this demon. But when she sends Gil, she gives him the sword and golden armor. But when she sends Key off to this quest, she doesn't give her anything other than this golden circlet that lets her jump like a weirdo. And so this whole scenario was kind of doomed from the start. I don't know. I don't think the goddess Ishtar was very bright. That's why we don't worship the Babylonian gods anymore, I guess. No, Key seems stoked about it, though. Well, I gotta credit her bravery for going to that mess with no weapons whatsoever. So this game is more of a game of avoidance than your RPG from the first game. It's also a side view instead of a top view, which you'll see in a minute. But the goals are the same. Like, there's the key that you have to get to the door to the next floor. And then there's also a chest on the floor as well, which contains a power-up. Or in this case, well, I'll show you something. Because like I said, just like matching the first game, there were 62 floors? Although there are actually more than that. But we'll get into that in a minute. So you think to play through 62 floors of this, that takes quite a long time, but there is a shortcut. Okay, so there is the key, obviously. And I could just walk out the door, but let's go get that chest. Now, the way you jump in this game is just hold down the button. And she's got a lot of inertia. So it's a very funky, you get used to the feel of it, but she has a lot of weight and inertia to her. So the A button jumps and the B button is for run, kind of like, you know, like Mario, but she doesn't feel like Mario at all. Alright, so that warps us right to floor 6. And there's the key, and there's the chest. So this is going to be tricky with that bat there, huh? Ooh, hit my head. I have to say, I really do like the sprite artwork and the animation in this game. Oh, this is gonna... yeah, okay, cool. The way she jumps makes it hard to make these very precision... short... no, see? Well, the good news here, if any, is that when you get killed by a monster like that, that monster disappears. So now when I try to get that chest, I'm not going to have to worry about dodging that bat, because he is gone. There we go, see? Nice. And I got the chest, and that symbol, it means that I've warped again. I don't know who this dragon is. He seems friendly, but... he's the guy who tells you that you've warped to floor 11. So we're burning through this game, right? Let's see if I can get this chest. I was tempted to play this game normally, but truthfully, you don't want to play this game normally. That's quite a stretch. Plus, the game really... oh, jeez. Okay, this is actually a really hard level. You can sort of guess why. Oh boy. Oh, I hit my head. That means okay, when you hit your head like that, you've got no control over your fall or your movement, so it's a dead drop. And you think about trying to jump over that guy, but there's no other way to get that chest. You get into a sort of a rhythm with it. Oh, I did it, but I got my head. Oh, I gotta keep trying. If I can't do this, I'll just take the regular door, but... oh, I got no score. I just noticed my score is 0. Okay, oh, but the monster's gone. That means no fireballs. This is a walk. Oh, that's awesome. We warped again. Now, I'm not too worried about thinking I'm spoiling the game at all. This is what the game is. Like, you really want to go for these warp chests. Oh, floor 19. Because the game really starts getting interesting and fun the further in you go. When you're not just going for the keys and then going for the door. Oh boy. It really forces you not into just some platforming challenges, but also some... damn it. Some puzzle challenges too. I guess it's hard to describe, but... actually, let's just go to the regular door so I can show you some of the other power-ups that the game gives you. Thankfully, you can continue where you left off, so it's not like the first game where you have to start from level 1. Okay. Yeah, this... oof. Poor girl. So this tune will definitely latch in. Okay. Now, there is a timer counting down, you probably noticed, so I can't take forever to wait for these guys, but... well, you can see what a challenge this is, eh? Oh boy. Yeah, I don't even know how I was going to do that. I mean, it is doable, but whew boy. And this is only 419. I wonder if I should go for that chest. I mean, now I'm got one Pac-Man. Well, that's the other thing too. When I talk about getting... I'm going to die there. I'm sorry. I'm going to go for the chest, so that's not a bad thing. When you get to the bonus levels after the regular game, some of these monsters, like that ghost there, kind of looks like a Pac-Man ghost. Well, this is a Namco game, so they actually insert like enemies from like Dig Dug and stuff into the later dungeon floors. No, I had it! I had it! Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna give myself one more try. I don't want to take forever on this, but I know I can do it, so I just want to try to get past this floor, and then we'll call it quits. So I guess the other thing to keep in mind, like when I keep hitting my head, you'll notice that I sort of get low on the ground. That's the only way to crouch. You can't push down to crouch. So if you want to get low, you actually have to plan to hit your head on the ceiling. And there's actually stages where that's necessary, where you will be strategically conking yourself on the head in order to squat. Okay. Look how fast that guy goes. Like, I almost don't know how else to do it other than to cure yourself on him so get him to disappear. But at this point, we still have the 2 ghosts. But this shouldn't be too bad. Oh man. That bee shoots fire too. That's annoying as hell, huh? Okay, I did it. I did it. I made it to the next floor. I can call this run a success. Yeah, you know, they really could have in 24. They really could have brought this over. Like, it's not like it's necessary to know the lore behind this game to really enjoy it. In fact, you don't even know Like, this is one of the games I could easily... Darn it. This is one of the stages where you have to deliberately conk yourself on the head. So you get by these fireballs. But yeah, you don't need Japanese to really enjoy this game. You don't need the previous game experience to be able to enjoy the history behind it. Oh, I almost had it. Well, you can see what I'm trying to do. And like I said, I don't want to take forever on this. We'll call it quits here. Rest in peace, Key. Okay, let's bounce out of this. So that was Quest to Key. Not my best playthrough of it, but it's fun. It's one of those titles I can easily recommend you seeking out, whether it's by emulation or the physical cart. I sort of wish I was able to find a version that had like the label art on it, because the end label art's got some cute little drawings of her animations. But anyway, yeah, so thanks for watching this, and hopefully I'll catch you next time.